In the first season of The Mandalorian, executive producer Dave Filoni made us fall in love with Baby Yoda and introduced a fan-favorite lightsaber from the animated series into the larger Star Wars universe.
It is the Darksaber.
Yes, it is. And on this spoiler-filled IMDbrief, we will explore what the Darksaber could mean for Season 2 and how Filoni's previous Star Wars work might influence the future events of The Mandalorian. Before the live-action series, Dave Filoni worked on 2 animated shows set in a galaxy far, far away: Star Wars: The Clone Wars, where Filoni first introduced the Darksaber, and Star Wars: Rebels, where he expanded on its lore and that of the Mandalorian people.
Mandalorian? I don't want to be a Mandalorian.
Filoni brought the space sword back in the final shot of the season finale of The Mandalorian, but this time it was in the grasp of the evil Imperial officer Moff Gideon. To better understand what the introduction of the weapon may mean for the future of Papa Mando and Baby Yoda, let's take a look at the Darksaber's past.
Legend tells that it was created over 1,000 years ago by Tar Vizsla, the first Mandalorian ever inducted into the Jedi Order.
Through the ages, the weapon was passed down to other Mandalorians like Pre Vizsla, who, fun fact, was voiced by Baby Yoda's real dad, Jon Favreau, on The Clone Wars.
For Mandalore!
The Darksaber eventually wound up in the hands of Sabine Wren, and then Bo-Katan, Mandalorian heroes from Star Wars Rebels, who helped unify their people. And since these events took place before the Great Purge of Mandalore, which Moff Gideon was a major part of, it is likely that Moff stole the ancient weapon from one of them.
I would prefer to avoid any further violence and encourage a moment of consideration.
Yeah, whatever you say, buddy. But the introduction of the Darksaber could mean that Sabine, Bo-Katan, and other characters from Filoni's previous work may show up in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, expanding its world and the mythos of the armor-wearing warrior people.
This is the way.
This is the way.
And speaking of other characters, in the final episode of Season 1 of The Mandalorian, the Armorer mentions that Din Djarin, aka Mando, must return teeny tiny Yoda to his own people, an ancient band of sorcerers known as JEDI. This means that in Season 2, the baby-carrying bounty hunter will likely meet some lightsaber-swinging soldiers.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Of course you are. And since Filoni's previous work has such a strong influence on The Mandalorian, it is possible that the Jedi in the next season will be characters from the Clone Wars or Rebels. Specifically, 2 characters fans did not get enough closure on in either series: Ahsoka Tano and Ezra Bridger.
That's the idea.
Ahsoka is a Jedi who trained under Anakin Skywalker and was last seen fighting her master in his Sith form as Darth Vader. And Ezra is a Jedi Padawan who saved his friends in the final episode of Rebels by sending both himself and the evil Admiral Thrawn to a distant part of the universe.
And remember, the Force will be with you, always.
These aren't the only familiar faces that might show up in Season 2, as it was recently rumored that characters from the Skywalker saga would make an appearance, leading us to think that the mysterious spurred boots from the end of Episode 5 could belong to none other than Boba Fett, if he somehow survived the Sarlacc pit. The one thing we know for sure, thanks to director Taika Waititi, is that Baby Yoda has a name, and it's not Baby Yoda. Here's hoping it's Craig. But to find out for sure, we'll have to wait till the fall of 2020 when Season 2 of The Mandalorian hits Disney+.
You understand? Great.
For more Star Wars news and Mando info, stay tuned to imdb.com/imdbrief.